Hi. In this video I want to bring something to your attention, and what I want to speak about is that when you listen to a video like this, when you decide to click on this button on your computer or on your phone or wherever it is that you're pulling up this video, when you decide to do that, when you just go there wherever you find this video, and when you do what you need to do to watch this video, to hear what I'm saying, there is you could say a particular expectation, a particular assumption about something that is going to happen, or something that you would like to happen. You also have a particular wish that hopefully is fulfilled in listening to this video. Yeah, there's a particular interest, a particular affinity with who I am and with what I am talking about. And you would like to know more about that. But I would like to comment on that. I would like to say something about that which probably surprises you, because I am convinced that if you decided somehow, or if you let's say you have listened to some of my videos before, or you're slightly familiar with my work. Good morning. I am convinced that you want exactly the same out of this video as what I want. And you may not know that, and you may not admit that, you may not even own up to that it is true. You don't let me know about it, that it is true. You've never sent me a message. You've never, even if it's just a little something, to you. And it's not to please me, okay? It's not to, and it's also not to show me that, to brag or anything like that. It's not about that. No. Hello. It is not about virtue signaling, no, like that we belong to the same group, that we belong to the same religion. No, it is simply because you want to share that feeling that you have, which is so wonderful, because you engage in embodied language. And yes, of course, you want to have embodied language just like me. Yeah. So, and you don't just want to have it. When you have embodied language, you don't want to have embodied language. You see what I'm saying? When you have embodied language, you stop wanting to have embodied language. There's nothing to want when you have embodied language. And so, but when you listen to me, oh God, look how beautiful the sun. It's a little hazy today, but I like it. It's beautiful. Morning. When you listen to me, you're waiting for something, but actually, if you pay really close attention to what I'm saying, you are no longer waiting. Yeah, you're just enjoying it as much as I do. Yeah. So, morning. And not only that, you you also join me in my silences. It happens by itself. No effort involved. Ivan. And yeah, this is wonderful also about listening to me, or if you would do it, if you would speak with yourself and you would listen to yourself, it would be the same, equally wonderful. But for now, you're listening to me. You're not taking a class, okay? You're not doing any exercise or practicing some technique, no. And you can even just simply sit back, relax, and you can look at it, but you don't have to, you know. Maybe you like to see what I see. But maybe you just enjoy hearing what I hear, and you don't need to see what I see. It's just a field, you know, an open field on a sunny morning, cool morning. But yeah, there is no effort at all involved in understanding what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's not hard to understand. Not hard to understand. There's no need to understand anything. And of course, this is perhaps not totally correct to say that, because there's a lot to be understood, but it all just happens so effortlessly, so playfully, and so calmly. And it is almost as if you are here with me on this bike ride, and you're pedaling along, and we're having a good time together, and there's nothing you need to do. You don't do anything. Even though you're listening, and I know that I'm riding my bicycle, and I know that I'm talking, but I'm not doing anything. I just enjoy what I'm doing, or I enjoy talking. I enjoy riding my bicycle here. It's lovely, cool air. Probably going to be another hot day today. But you're just enjoying. You're not putting in any work. Yeah. That is so nice. That things can just happen by themselves in language. Yeah. This is what embodied language brings to us. Oh, look at these birds. These are little quails. You see them a lot here. And so, for you who listens to this and who also looks at this, you had, of course, all sorts of expectations, all sorts of assumptions about what this was. And if you get to talk with yourself and listen to yourself, you will find out even more about that. Morning. You want it to be a certain way, but wanting it to be a certain way is not what embodied language is. It's not acting. Yeah. And it's not predetermined. And so you hear the newness, yeah? The newness is inviting you to be new, is stimulating you to be new, is making you new, yeah? And you allow that newness by just listening. And I allow the newness by just speaking, by just being, by flapping my mouth. I saw a picture somewhere which is really funny. You know, nowadays a lot of these oops. Oh, these two guys on bicycles just passed me, but they could have sort of just let me know that they were passing me, because I'm kind of going back and forth. Sometimes I'm more on the left side of the path than on the right side. And all of a sudden these two guys, they zoom by. And I guess they didn't feel the need to warn me. But it would be nice though. I mean, they could simply say, on your left, and then I would keep on the right. Okay, so these people, they were not in tune with this environment, with me. Yeah, I mean, if you were a little bit in tune with other people on the path, you would probably letting them know that you are coming from behind, you know? Yeah. And people usually greet each other when they are meeting each other on the path. It's interesting that the newness can be the observation of something that has been going on for a long time, and all of a sudden you are experiencing it as if it is for the first time. Yeah. Oh yeah, I get it that perhaps when I don't speak, you feel uneasy. Yeah, that can be. That you kind of get a sense like, get on with it. Say something. But then you're not having any influence on me because you're not here. If you were here, yeah, I would probably experience something of that restlessness, or I would feel some of that, yeah, you could say irritation maybe also. But you're not here, and I can talk about it, and you can feel that irritation, you can feel that impatience, yeah, and a certain feeling of uncertainty also, like, where's he going, what is he doing, what is this for? How do I hang on to this? You can't. You can only turn it off if you don't like it, and otherwise you can just continue to listen. And maybe you hear that dog. Maybe you want to let out a big bark, like wow, 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 wow. Or maybe you want to breathe out some air, like okay, I'll sit through it. I'll listen through it. I'll see where it takes me. Well, if you are going to do what I am suggesting you should do, you would also take your phone in your hand like I do, and you would also talk with yourself, and you would hear and see on your own video from yourself, which you made not to show to other people. Maybe you want to, but I don't tell you to do that. But you can make that video for yourself to see and hear when you are having embodied language and when you don't have embodied language. Yeah? It's very clear. It's very clear when you record yourself like that, when you're having embodied language or when you don't. And because you hear yourself in embodied language and you experience yourself, that hearing of yourself, that listening to yourself is of course experiencing yourself while you speak. You're in touch with your experience because of what you say and how you talk. And that's a wonderful experience. It is so pleasant, so enjoyable. You don't need to say anything important or so. You just speak about whatever it is that you want to talk about. Well, if you are going to do that, if you're going to make that recording, that video recording of yourself, yeah, maybe you would all of a sudden be less inclined to listen to this, and maybe you would also be more inclined to make another video of yourself where you just talk with yourself and listen to yourself and figure out for yourself, like, wow, I can have embodied language instead of disembodied language. That's great. So once you have discovered that, you realize, like, wow, disembodied language in which you do not listen to yourself, disembodied language in which you are stressed and frustrated and anxious and hurried, and you're always searching, you're always uncertain, and you're always defensive, you're always pretentious, yeah, because you have so much to pretend, you have so much to hold on to control. In embodied language, you surrender, yeah. You surrender to your own way of talking, to what you want to say, to what works for you, to what you would like to hear. You surrender to what feels good. And you stop feeling bad because you allow yourself to feel good. And you allow yourself to also put behind all your struggle and all your ridiculous complaints and all your assumptions and all your you have tried to make it seem as if you were a certain way, your belief, your identity, who you are, what you have always said about yourself. I am this, I am that. And what you've always believed about yourself, when you're gonna say it, once you're gonna say it, it just all disappears. Yeah. And as it disappears, you can't help but remember me saying over and over again, there is no inner language. Yeah, there is no inner language. There is no inner language, no. And the false belief that you have in a mind and in inner language, private speech that you talk with yourself inside your head is the result of your old way of talking. And if you would record it, wow, you can play it back as often as you like. And you can say like, well, this is phenomenal that you have actually discovered for yourself the difference between your disembodied language and your embodied language. You have stepped out of your own conditioning by listening to yourself while you speak. Yeah. So, but the reality is, you're listening to me. You're not doing that, or you maybe once in a blue moon you're doing that. Maybe you occasionally do it a little bit. But no, you haven't really done that. And maybe this video is having that annoying effect for you that makes you finally do what it takes to have this. And it would actually have that effect, this video would have that effect, if you would already, while listening to me, stop these pretensions, stop these assumptions, stop these expectations, and these expectations, whether you have them about me, it doesn't matter. You'll always have them about yourself. And so this video is about you, and I speak about you, and I speak about my ability to be myself, and my ability to be myself with my language, with my embodied language, is very, very apparent, and that also should disturb you in your mechanical behavior. It should somewhat irritate you, because I'm not in any way agreeing with your usual way of being. That's a nice sentence. I am not in any way agreeing with your way of being. Now, I have no shame saying that. As a matter of fact, I am proud to say that. And yes, I reject you. I reject your disembodied language. I don't I don't want to have anything to do with it. And if you are still with me, if you are listening to me, you would actually feel the same way about your disembodied language. And the disembodied language of other people, of course, because it's all the same. Yeah? So, yeah. Are you coming with me into my silence? I will start to walk. Here, start to walk. That will help you to to feel the silence together with me. I feel like I want to sit on a bench and talk a little bit more while being seated. So I'm going to go to a place where there is a bench. Oh yeah, I know a place. I'm going down here today. Yeah. I know a place where you can sit right next to a big tree. That's one of the spots that I spotted before, and I believe I've sat there before, but only for a brief moment. This time I will sit there a little bit longer. Yeah. Let me just ride my bicycle there. Morning. Yeah, this was the bench. That's just a perfect spot for me to sit right now. There's nobody here at this field, and so I can just quietly sit here and talk a little bit more. Let me see if I can sit here with my legs crossed. Yeah. Oops. At this moment the sun is still kind of cool, and in a little while it will warm up, and then you cannot sit in the sun anymore like this. But it's still so early. I can just sit here and enjoy the cool morning. Yeah. It's a big tree that I sit underneath. I'm going to close my eyes for a little bit, and I will continue to talk if I feel like it. I've said this before, but I want to say it again. The fact that there is no language inside of us is so enjoyable when we say it, when we hear it, when we again and again let ourselves know that it is really true, that there is no inner language. Because the history of conditioning with our disembodied language is so strong. We have been conditioned to believe in inner language, in language inside of our skin. But once we say it multiple times, once we hear ourselves say it multiple times, once we let ourselves know that it is really true, we begin to embody this new reality. It's so blissful to be without language. And after you've spoken, after you have said what you wanted to say, you are silent. It is so perfect, that peace, the peace that is there when you realize that there is no inner language. Oops, I see mosquitoes landing on me. I gotta get out of the way here. Oh no, I don't want to be bitten. Mosquitoes always find their way to me. Sorry. That was it. Well, you know what? This is a nice ending. I didn't want to get bitten by the mosquitoes, because mosquitoes, once they land on me, they start sucking my blood. Bye.